Well, I think that's, I think that's a question that is relevant to all of Jewish studies, not just Yiddish studies. I think this is something I've thought a lot about, actually, because I think Jewish studies developed as a field, an academic field, alongside other ethnic studies and black studies and things like that, at a time when it was very much wrapped up with identity politics in the 60s and the 70s. And when I was in graduate school, we were kind of taught, well, this is a rigorous, it's a purely academic field. It's a rigorous field, just like if you were studying French history or Chinese history or African history, you're studying Jewish history, and it's purely an academic thing, and whatever you choose to do or practice in your personal life is completely separate. But what I found, at least in teaching, is that in practice, it's still very much wrapped up in politics, identity politics, and other kinds of politics, not only among the students, but also among faculty and administration. So that in practice, I think it is a very, I found in my experience, I found it to be a hard line to kind of walk, because I started out with this idea that I'm going into the classroom as a completely objective sort of expert on these topics, and I'm not there to talk about my personal practices or my personal involvement. But I think especially at Bard, which is a small school and there's a lot of contact between students and faculty, the students really expect to sort of get to know the professors on a more personal level. So it doesn't really work to kind of say, I'm going to keep my personal life totally separate. So I guess I've gotten somewhat more comfortable with sort of dealing with sort of identity issues or personal issues in the classroom, because I've just found that to come up so much.